Welcome to the Oregon State University Disability Archives. This video is intended as a short tour and introduction to the purpose and contents of the OSU Disability Archives LibGuide. The Disability Archives are part of the Special Collections and Archives Research Center, or SCARC, in the OSU Valley Library, located on the Corvallis campus. We want to note that both the LibGuide, which is short for Library Guide, and the Disability Archives are very much a work in progress. You can offer feedback through a short survey, which is linked under Community Feedback on the left sidebar. The mission of the Disability Archives is to collect, preserve, and share the stories of disabled people who have connections to the OSU and Corvallis communities. The Disability Archives, or DisArchives for short, is a community-based archival project, which means that disabled communities have influence over how these materials are collected and presented. On this LibGuide, you can find information about the Disability Archives project background, as well as existing collections and records, ideas for research, how to contribute, and more. You can navigate the LibGuide by clicking on the tabs at the top of the guide. Under the Collections and Records tab, you will find links to collection guides for existing collections of materials, along with a brief description of their contents. Where relevant, we also draw attention to specific contents in bullet points. For example, Box 57.5 of the OSU Memorabilia Collection contains several materials about disabled students and disability access services. You'll also notice a content note at the top of this page. Content notes indicate the presence of subject matter that may be activating or upsetting to some readers. Under the Potential Research Projects tab, you can find research ideas pertaining to the Disability Archives collections. For example, if you're interested in researching disabled student organizations at OSU, you might check out the Disability Access Service Records as a place to start. We are also glad to receive additional research ideas, which you can share with Liz Jonk and Natalia Fernandez via email. Under the Contribute to the DisArchives tab, you can find information about the 3 primary ways to contribute to these collections, which are donating materials, participating in oral histories and story circles, and giving feedback. This page details what kinds of materials you or your organization might consider donating. More information about oral histories and story circles will be coming soon, so please check back. Under the tab called Disability in the Archives and Introduction, you can find information about disability and access-related topics in archives and archival research. On the left side column are suggested readings for those interested in learning more about making archives more accessible, the history of disabled researchers in the archives, and archival depictions of disability, along with much more. On the right side column are resources for learning more about improving physical and digital access within archives. Under the Archival Repositories on Disability tab, you can find links to archival repositories related to disability and disabled histories from across the web. These include collections located at academic institutions, such as the Kennedy Center at the University of Toledo, and the Disability Visibility Project and other activist projects. Finally, our FAQs tab contains answers to some common questions about the DisArchives and our LibGuide. You are encouraged to reach out to Liz Jonk and Natalia Fernandez if you don't see your question answered here or if you want more information about the DisArchives. Thank you for joining this short tour. We hope you find this LibGuide a helpful access point for the Disability Archives. Please reach out if you are interested in learning more or getting involved in the DIS archives.